So you got a puppy, and when you open the door, the puppy just goes out the door, which could be very dangerous. We don't want that, and we're going to fix that in this video. Hi everybody, I'm Charles Miller, GermanShepherdMan.com, 21 million views on YouTube, 37,000 followers on Facebook, and we're going to talk about my own online course, Younger Puppy Training System. Here's how you train your puppy to not just open the door and run out. And I'm going to give you another tip later on in the video that really brings it all together. Number one, you're working with your puppy and you're teaching it a hand signal. That means stay. That's the hand signal I use for stay. Of course, you're going to use a verbal signal, stay. Major, stay. You know, the puppy stays. Once they have that down, then we can get to the door and we can, before we open the door, put our hand on the doorknob and we can look at the puppy and say, Major, stay. And then crack that door open a little bit. If he breaks his position to go out the door, sit him back down. Major, stay. And we're going to crack the door a little bit. Good boy, Major, stay. And then we're going to give him the release command, break. I say, okay, and then he goes out the door. Now, that's something you have to do every time. When you're first potty training your puppy, you're going to be carrying them out and putting their feet down where you want them to eliminate. But this is a week or two or three down the road where they know they want to go the bathroom outside. They have that down. They're signaling, I need to go outside. They're signaling toward the door. We're at that place in puppy training, okay? So we're going to go to the door. We're going to do the stay, sit, stay, crack the door, and they're going to get to where they like waiting because they're focused on you, and then you let them out the door. Now, on my website, you want to do this. You want to make this great decision for your puppy. You want to become your puppy's hero, even if you know zero. On my website, I have a course called Younger Puppy Training System. People from all over the world, because of YouTube, I have a global following. People all over the world years ago said, would you take and make a video outline of everything you do to raise your puppy, because your adult dogs are amazing. How did you do that? Well, it starts with puppy training. If you just got a puppy or you're going to be getting a puppy, get my Younger Puppy Training System. It's on the website. My phone number's in there. Free phone consultation. People call me from all over the world. My book, German Shepherd Nutrition, free download. It's in the course. Now, one more thing that brings it all together. Let's talk about that, because this is probably the most important part. Once you and your puppy have it down, the puppy knows, I want to go outside. Okay, let's go outside. You go to the door, stay, and they stay, and you open the door, then you release them. Okay, whatever, and they go. They're doing that well. They got it down. Now we're going to add this to that training. This is like the next step. Okay, this is important. Then we're going to come to the door, and we're going to put them in a sit and stay, down, stay, whatever, stay. And they're doing great. We open the door, they're holding their position. Sometimes before I release them, okay, I will walk out first. Sometimes I'll release them, okay, for them to go out first. And sometimes I will release them as we go out together. Me first, them first, or we're going through together. Now, why did I develop that? That took me years to figure that out. I was like, wow, this is the way you do this. Nobody's ever taught me this. I'm self-taught over like 40 years. Here's what that does. When they come to a door, any door, the door going outside, the back door, the front door, the side door into a bedroom, whatever. Also, there may be gates on your property. I have gates all over the place. I don't even know how many gates I have out here. I've got a garden gate. I don't want to open the garden gate and them go running in the garden. So this brings it all together. Sometimes I'm going to go through first and then release them. Sometimes I'm going to release them and let them go through first. Sometimes we're going to go together. I'm going to release them and we're going to go through the door together. Here's why. When we come to any door or any gate, they sit there and they look at me. You first, me first, we're going together. You, me, us. What are we doing, Daddy? What are we doing? They are focusing on me. That is what you want. So if you want to teach your puppy how to remain here and not go here, it's really easy. There's a chapter in my younger puppy training system. It's so cool. I raised a puppy in this room, and it has kind of like flooring, wood-looking flooring. It's really nice. But then there's carpet in that room, and there's a line. And I didn't want him to go on the carpet, ever. So I set up these boxes, different size boxes, all the way across the line when I was training him. And you ought to see that chapter. Well, I'd take away one box and there was a gap. And of course, he'd want to go in there and go on the carpet. I taught him how to not go through there. Eventually, I took all the boxes away and there's this line, carpet and the flooring. He just got it. I don't cross the line because the boxes were what I used to teach him. I don't need a baby gate. I mean, those are good, but you can train your puppy to stay in here and not cross the line to go into there without baby gates and pin panels and all that stuff. This is an amazing puppy training system. I got my first puppy in 1975, and my uncle, I worked for my uncle at the farmer's market, and he was a highly decorated military veteran, and he knew a lot about what the canine handlers could do with their dog, military canine handlers. So he would tell me things that they could do, so I just found a way to get my puppy to do that. I mean, we worked at that job. My puppy and I were there by ourselves 7 days a week for months. So I just worked with him for months and months and months. And boy, when we came out of that job and I went back to college that fall, he was a champion. And people still talk about that dog today, all these years later, 50 years later. People that knew him, wow, that dog was awesome. It was because of the training that took place in that environment. All you have to do is do the work. Watch the videos on my younger puppy training system. You'll get my phone number so you can call me along the way if you need free phone consultation. My book, German Shepherd Nutrition. Wow, I have learned so much about German Shepherd nutrition from experts. As a matter of fact, the first chapter in my book, I learned the secrets in that first chapter. Are they omnivores or are they carnivores? From a veterinarian with 14 letters after her name. She knew something. So she and I talked about that, and that's the first chapter in the book. So free download for my book. And here's the best part. A portion of the proceeds of all my course sales go to no-kill German Shepherd rescue shelters around the country. We are making a difference. You're going to know what to do raising your puppy. You're going to have an under control, well-behaved adult dog. People are going to be amazed. People are going to come to you when you're out in public 2 years down the road, and they're going to say, excuse me, who trained your dog? And you'll say, well, I did. Are you a dog trainer? Will you train mine? I get that from people all the time. People want me to train their dog. No, it's for you and your puppy. So that, again, you can become your puppy's hero, even if you know zero. Get my system, Younger Puppy Training System, on my website, GermanShepherdMan.com, and let's make a difference in these rescue shelters.